What's up, true believers? Alright, I have another comparison for you between the older Toy Biz Superhero Showdown or Marvel Legends Showdown and the newer Hasbro Marvel Universe Daredevil. Alright, so right off the bat, you can see the differences in everything from color to sculpt to articulation. It's hard to say which one I personally think is better. Honestly, I'd say overall this is another case where I do like the Toy Biz one better. Although one thing I can say, I don't know if you can see the height difference here. This guy's tall. This is a 4-inch figure, which is, you know, for the scale, that's about as tall as they should be. They shouldn't, unless they're a really tall character, they shouldn't be larger than 4 inches. The Toy Biz one is actually about 4 1/4, maybe a little past that. So it's pushing 4.5 inches. So yeah, that's I don't know if Daredevil's supposed to be that tall, but you know, I don't think so. So anyway, there's a few trade-offs though. If you're familiar with the Showdown figures, they do have a lot more articulation. The Universe one does have, you know, standard stuff, but the Showdown one does have more. Double elbow. See, it swivels at the gloves instead of the wrist, which, you know, I guess isn't that much difference, but the hip joints do make a difference, where it has the ball jointed hip plus the thigh swivel right there, so you're very limited with that on the and these ones, again, it's my issue with the older Universe. I know some of the newer ones have better hip joints, but these older ones, look at that, it doesn't even want to stay where you put it. You got to push it all the way up. So yeah, I have issues with these older Universe figures and their hip joints. These have the thigh swivel. Although this one right here, the mid torso is a little loose. But then again, I don't really like the way the mid-torso articulation on the Universal one is either. Although it doesn't have waist, this has waist. So other than that, let's see, what do we have? What other comparisons? So you can see it's kind of loose, it kind of wobbles. So that is the one of the downsides on the Marvel Universe ones. There is some loose joints there. Oh no, I'm sorry, the Showdown ones. So let's look at some of the other stuff. The hands. As you can see, you can't do anything with these hands. You can't hold anything, and his left wrist is a fist, and you can't hold anything. Whereas this one, you can hold something, although his left wrist is stuck in this pose also, so you can't hold anything. But this one makes sense, because whereas on the Showdown one, his batons or nunchucks, whatever you want to call them, are just sculpted into the little holster right there. So he doesn't actually have any that you can use, and you know, that's kind of essential, his weapon, you know, and the Marvel Universe one does deliver on that. So that one's kind of cool. That's definitely a point for the Marvel Universe one. I do like the overall sculpt of the Showdown one better, especially the heads. I don't like the head on the Universe one. It looks kind of I don't even know what to say, but you can see the neck, the difference in the neck joints right there. I don't like how it gets really small and pointy towards the top there, whereas this one remains pretty thick, although your range of motion is a little more limited, whereas this one you can look down, but you can't really look any further up. So I guess you know, the skinnier neck joint there does allow him to look more downward. So yeah, I do like the colors on the Showdown one, and look how this one is dull, and it's almost, I don't know if you can see it, if the light is translating the same on camera or your screen, but this is almost pinkish at some points, and it's very dull, whereas this one is shiny, and I kind of like it. It reminds me, to be honest, I was never really a huge Daredevil fan. I don't think, I might have gotten some of the books, because I stopped reading comics years ago. I read comics when I was a kid, and I don't know if I really read them. I didn't really become a Daredevil fan until the movie. And yes, I love the movie. I know a lot of fans hated the movie, but I actually love the movie. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies to date. Oh damn, there goes. There's my alarm. Yeah, I got some things to take care of. Anyway, I do like how the colors on this, especially how dark it is over here, it kind of is similar to how it looked in the movie. The really dark red leather, especially on the gloves and the boots here. You can see the paint apps slightly on the gloves and boots here, but it really, you don't see much difference. So what else do we have? The sculpting on the muscles on the Universe one is more detailed, but I don't know, in this case, comparing it to this one, I wouldn't say that's definitely a better, or that's necessarily a better thing. Like I said, I do like this, how it kind of looks like it's leathery as opposed to just fabric or something. And the shading, there's the shading. There's some on this too. You see they did a black wash in certain areas, but overall I think the shading looks better on the Showdown version. So yeah, you know, this is my second one. I've got more coming, and like I mentioned in the comments before in my Thor comparison, you know, it's not just that I'm biased, because I do like both. I do like both lines, and you know, there will be some that I like the Marvel Universe one better, and a lot of them are close. They're a close call like this, you know. These are very close, you know, they both have their issues. It's just that overall I do like the Showdown one better. You know, there will be ones that I like the Showdown better, and some that I like the Universe better. And bottom line, you know, Universe is the current running line, Showdown is long gone, and you know, so we're getting a lot more characters in Marvel Universe. So you know, it is going to be the main line. You know, I loved these Showdown ones, but for the most part, you know, they're just, I collected them and they're gonna stay stored, whereas my Marvel Universe ones will be the ones that I actually use. So there you have it. I hope I covered everything okay. As always, you know, if you got any questions, go ahead and leave a comment. Be glad to answer. So there you have it. What do you guys think? Which one do you like better? Let me know. I'd like to know what you think. Alright, thanks for watching.